I love this book, guys. I don't really know why. This is She by Sir Henry Rider Haggard. It is a very old book. It was first published in 1887. Not really one of those classic books that you hear about a lot. If I remember correctly, the reason I ended up picking it up was because I read a book of C.S. Lewis's letters to children, and he was saying, "Ooh, everybody should read She." So I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." And I really, really, really like it. And like, okay. So it starts off. It's a very complicated plot. So if I miss anything, nothing about this review will make sense. So I'm going to be very careful in recounting the story to you. Starts off with this guy. His name is Horace Holly. Everyone just calls him Holly, so we'll call him Holly. Holly is narrating this book to us, and it's a little while back, from when the main story takes place. Before the main story takes place, he had a friend, and this friend came to him one day and said, "Hey, I'm gonna die soon, and I have a son, and I want you to take care of my son. Also, he wants you to give him this box when he turns 25. I want you to give him this box and just keep it hidden away until then." Horace is, Holly, his name's Holly. Holly is very, he's kind of a lonely dude. He's very young at this time. He's very bright and very smart. He's also very strong, but he is extremely ugly. And he makes no bones about it. He's like, "I am a horrible looking person, and nobody wants to be around me because I am ugly." And that's really sad. That's part of that's part of the themes that this whole book explores, is like physical beauty and why it's so important in our society. Anyway, this book explores a lot of things, but it's not in a preachy way, and I love it. Anyway, so Holly takes care of this person, this son. His name is Leo, and Leo grows up. He's a very handsome, very strong-looking dude. Everybody calls him a Greek god, and they call Holly like Charon, which if you know Percy Jackson, you'll know is the dude who is, well, I mean, he's a centaur, but he's not known for his good lookingness. Anyway, so they hang out together. They're good friends. Leo is like a son to Holly, and so they're living together. And finally, Leo gets to be 25. And Leo is, we don't really hear a lot of dialogue from Leo, but when he opens his mouth, he's very much a frat boy kind of. He seems smart, but not inclined to use his smarts. Just kind of a dumb jock sort of person, which I really enjoyed. Honestly, I don't feel like we get a lot of jocks, especially in 1800s literature. So we have Leo. He's kind of a jock sort of dude, and he's 25 now, and so they get the chest, they open it up, and there's a note from his father in there, and there's some random artifacts. So apparently in this lineage, Leo's lineage, there is a story passed down from person to person since like the ancient Egyptian times. These artifacts are extremely old, and the story goes that the great grandfather was named Calcrates, and or something like that. He was a famous Egyptian dude, and Calcrates went one time to this place in Africa and met this woman, and this woman had the ability of immortality. There's something there. There's something to talk about immortality. The whole story is not extremely clear, but the whole point is that there's this lady. She's immortal, and she killed Calcrates. So there's been this whole sort of thing passed down from person to person everybody said, like, each generation is gifted with this and be like, you need to go and avenge your great grandfather. But it's shown through the lineage that every person has been like, yeah, I think I'll skip the trip to Africa and just, stay here where I am. I don't really want to go. Leo's like, I'm going to be the person to go. I'm going to go take this into my hands. I'm going to find out if this is real or not. And Holly, of course, is like, it's not real. Like, I have no doubt that this is a story that was passed on, but there's no immortal woman in Africa sitting around. And anyway, so they go to Africa, and the geographical location is described in a kind of racist way. They say it looks like a African man's head. But anyway, so they find that after some mishaps and go and they find this this tribal people. And I will say, I think this book is extremely progressive for the 1800s because this people they're of course like savages. They have some different ideas about the way things are done, but Holly looks at them in a way that is looks on their customs and stuff in a way that's pretty respectful. It's like, some of these things are good. For instance, in a very feminist sort of way, this tribal people, their women and men are on the same standing, and women actually choose the husband rather than husbands choosing wives, as would be normally common, especially back in that day. And, Holly says, oh, this is a good thing. If this is the way they want to do their stuff, then that's the way they want to do their stuff. And he's a self-described misogynist, but, because women have been terrible to him because he's ugly. But anyway, I think that's a very feminist move, and I think that this book overall is pretty progressive, especially for the time that it was written in. Regardless of all that, getting back to the story, so anyway, they find these tribal people, and they're like, oh, I wonder, and there's this person in this tribe who she doesn't live there, but she's off in somewhere, living somewhere else, and she's described as she who must be obeyed. That's where we get the title of she, and they go to meet she who must be obeyed after some stuff, and that gets us about halfway in the book, and that's when everything really starts picking up, with actually meeting the woman who might be the person in the story that has been passed on for centuries. But yeah, I don't want to go any farther than that because it spoils stuff. I already probably spoiled more than I should. This book is so good, and I don't really know why. I just find it so incredibly unique. The whole premise of it is so weird. Like, this whole vengeance plot from ancient Egypt, and then you're going to Africa, and you're meeting these weird tribal people who aren't even of African descent. They're actually of Arabic descent, which is like really random. And there's such world building around this. You learn all about these customs and tribes, and I didn't get to describe much of this yet because that's the second half of the book, but there's also just some beautiful descriptions of some amazing places. It's extremely cinematic, like it's extremely visual and striking, and something I just really have not seen in a book before in this way, just how things are described so vividly, but in a unique way. It's not like, oh, there were some cliff walls, it was like, there's this cool cliff that's like, it's like this tiny and they have to go across it. Like, it's just special. Everything in this book is special. Everything in this book is something that I've not seen done before. Like, what book has the premise of we're gonna go find some immortal woman who apparently killed my great-great-great-great-grandfather? Like, what? It's so random, but so cool. And then when you actually meet she is an amazing character, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's just so interesting. Everything is so interesting, and it's so good. And I really just want y'all to read it. It drags you in and it hooks you. Everything is so well built and so well put together, and it's all just so unique and something that you're not going to read anywhere else. And I could go on about it for a long time, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys, and I just really want y'all to read it. So yeah, that is She, and y'all just need to go read it right now, please. It's an extremely under accoladed book. It deserves more recognition for what it's doing and how progressive it is and how just smart it is. So good. Yeah, so that's it. Next we're gonna read The Silver Chair. Yeah, we're gonna read The Silver Chair next, and I'll get back to you guys on that. Go read She right now. Bye.